Sergeant 1911 here today, and welcome to today's video. Today, once again, we're not going to do a 1911. You guys might be thinking I've done so many other pistols that I'd be moving away from the 1911 into something else, but I'm going to point out I will not leave my steady girl. She's always there for me, and I'm always going to be there. What we are going to talk about is one of my newest purchases is an FN 590. Now this thing comes in a couple of different versions, but what we're going to do, we're going to tell you my version and give you my opinion. So here we go. We're going to look at the box here. And one of the things I see on the box right away is my California warning. Sorry guys out there on the coast, you can't have one. So myself, I have one. So what we're going to do is we're going to open it up and see what we find inside. Cardboard box, and we got a nice little bag. Nice little bag. I'm not going to call this much other than a bag because it don't have any handles on it. Let's open it up and see what we have. Alright, inside the plastic we got the toy itself. I like that color, I guess, with the black. Dark earth with black. We have one magazine there. One extra magazine, so this is looks like it's going to be 15 plus 1, so that would be a total of 16 rounds. And we've got another back strap for a pistol in case we want to, a pistol grip in case we want to adjust the size of that thing. I'll have to just play with it and see how it feels. Right there in my hand it feels pretty good. I do notice it has a, let me say it right, ambidextrous magazine release, so I can get that with either hand. It does have a rail on the bottom. It does come with some extra parts in case we want to mount a red dot scope on the top. We can do that. It's not the tactical version. The tactical version has a little bit more, maybe 3/4 of an inch, half-inch barrel sticking out the end, so you can screw a suppressor on it. It is not that. But you know, it'd be easily converted if you put that red dot. Personally, I don't like a red dot. I mean, if I'm going to carry a handgun, I want to carry one for self-defense, or I want to carry one. If I'm going to carry one for self-defense, I need to practice with it and use it. I don't need to have a red dot on there and ask the bad guy, well, wait a minute, please, smile for a picture. So I'm not going to worry about a red dot. I haven't fired this gun yet. We're going to fire it here in a little bit. But as I said a minute ago, I'm a Sergeant 1911 guy. So Sergeant 1911, just want to point out one thing. This is a striker fire gun. Most of you guys know the 1911s have a firing pin inside. You also suspect, or probably going to assume, that I carry a 1911 handgun all the time. That's not just quite accurate. I carry a 1911 handgun anytime I dress up. It's like putting on my best dress. Putting on my nice shoes. When I'm going to town, I'm going to someplace nice, I'm dang sure going to carry my nice girl. Now, if I'm going to roll around in the mud and I'm going to go to the deer stand, I'm going to go fishing, I'm going to ride the four-wheeler, I'm going to get dirty and maybe get scratched up, I'm going to carry my Springfield XD. And now I'm going to tell you why we moved to the Springfield XD from the FN 590. If you'll look at the back side of this pistol grip, this thing has a little thumb safety back here for your hand, just exactly like a 1911. So that makes this striker fire pistol here a little bit more comfortable for me, just simply because I know it's there. It's just a mental thing, but if you know it's not here on the 590. Other than that, man, these two handguns are pretty similar. They're polymer on the bottoms, they got an upper, they are going to assemble and disassemble the same way. The sights are different. Neither one of them are a Glock. What else can I say about them? You know, this one right here does have where I can put a rail and put some lights and stuff underneath it. You know, I don't know, I hear a lot of good things about FN. This is the first FN purchase I've made. It's in 9mm. It's going to hold a few rounds. I don't know how it's going to shoot, but I think it's time we go outside and see if we can make it go bang, bang, bang. Okay guys, we're outside now. We're going to try this FN 590, shoot it and see what we think about it. Like I said, we've not fired it yet. It's one thing I'll tell you, when I started loading these magazines, it's 15 plus 1. It wasn't happening. You know, I could have forced the 15 round in there, but this is not uncommon for the high capacity magazines. If I get that 15 one in there, chances are it's not going to feed correctly. So I think, you know, in a lot of cases with a lot of magazines, just back it down 1. If it says 12, put 11. If it says 10, put 9. You know, 1 extra round is not going to do you any good when it won't feed at all. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it, we're going to look at some gongs out here, we're going to take a few shots, we're going to talk about it some and see what we like about it. It seems, like I said, inside, it seems real similar to the XDs. It's comfortable. The sights on it are extremely high. They stick up real high, so I don't know how this thing's going to hold. You know, we're just going to have to shoot it and play with it and see what happens. I hope I like it. It's not an expensive gun, but it feels good. It's one of those guns that I could put in my pocket and crawl up in a deer stand. You know, if it's a good shooter, that's what I'm after, especially in the polymer gun. You know, if I take a nice Colt pistol that's all blue, I am not going to damage that thing. You know, it gets enough holster wear without beating up a nice handgun. Let me put my hearing protection on. We'll shoot a couple rounds and see what happens. It's a striker fired pistol. There's no safety, so it's going to have a really long trigger pull. We talk about some. So let's see what we can do. Here we go. Couple misses there. Let me try to keep shooting a little bit more, see if we can dial it in a little closer. Looks like I'm shooting just a little bit low. Let me try to compensate for that myself. Let me move to the other gong. He's empty. All right. Well, it'll shoot. I think it's going to take a little bit of getting used to. These long, tall sights, you know, I'm shooting low a lot. Then I started picking up, shooting a little bit better. By then it runs empty. So, you know, I've got a new dueling target out there that I'm really not confident right now in my capabilities with this handgun to shoot it, but I'm going to give it a whirl anyway. I mean, there's nothing like practice, right? Let me load up again and we're going to try to shoot this target. Well, I run it dry. I don't know how happy I am with my performance on the tree, the dueling tree. I guess I'll be happy enough because that's what it is, right? You know, when we finish shooting this little pistol, I like it. Is it a good self-defense pistol? I believe so. You know, most of the time my understanding is any self-defense action is going to take place within just like 7 yards or something. That's a lot further than 7 yards. So, you know, most of the time, my opinion, and my opinion is what we talk about here on the channel, is my opinion. A good guy with a gun is going to be the bad guy anytime. So, you know, make sure you guys, if you get an opportunity, click subscribe down there. Leave me some comments. I hope you like what we're trying to do. And basically what we're trying to do is just share some of my personal experiences with handgun, give you my opinion, not everybody else's opinion, my personal opinion. I hope you can come along and subscribe, click like, click the little bell up there and get a notification every time we put up a video. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment. I'll respond as quickly as possible. If you want to see me shoot a particular gun, ask. If I have it, I'll shoot it. If I don't have it, I'll try to borrow it. You know, the thing is, guys, let's get out. Let's get outside the building. Let's participate in our Second Amendment rights. You know, until then, until we get that next video, whatever it may be, I hope you guys shoot straight and shoot safe. Hooah.